Well, here we are, BibleTrack for February the 13th. Today we're reading Exodus chapters 10 through 12. Moses and Aaron go into Pharaoh. They have another meeting. But it says that when they get there, God says, I have hardened his heart. Well, what's up with that? I mean, don't we have enough going bad for us without God hardening Pharaoh's heart? Well, that's an interesting discussion. You should read all about that in chapter 10, where I show how many times the passage says there in the book of Exodus that God actually was the one hardening Pharaoh's heart. Why do that? We also have in chapter 10 plague number 8, bunch of locusts everywhere. Plague number 9, darkness over all of Egypt, so thick that light couldn't penetrate it. Now, by the way, I have an explanation for that darkness. I need to read about that in chapter 10. In chapter 11, God outlines with Moses and Aaron the exit strategy. How you going to leave and what you're going to do when you leave. In chapter 12, we have the beginning of the new month, and God establishes that the 14th day of that month is going to be the Passover day. And at midnight, of course, the Jewish day starts at sundown on the preceding evening. On midnight of that evening, the death angel is going to come through and going to kill the firstborn of those who don't have the blood appropriately placed in the right spot on the door and over the door. Pharaoh finally calls for them and kicks Israel out of Egypt. And we're told there it's exactly 430 years after they entered Egypt. And finally, at the end of chapter 12, we have some Passover rules that are outlined there, and the story continues, but that's it for today's reading.